Good morning, everyone. Hi, my name is Prather, and I'm with Kimberly-Clark. I'm going to talk to you today about how we empower employee engagement using Yammer. So let me get my little clicker here. You may not have heard of Kimberly-Clark, but you know our brands. They're Kleenex, Huggies, Cottonelle, Kotex, Scott, you name it. You probably have them in your house and use them every single day. We've got over 42,000 employees worldwide, 18 billion in net sales, and we're usually the #1 or 2 market share in 80 countries. So what I'm going to go through with you today is really what happened when we rolled out Yammer at Kimberly-Clark in our journey. And it's an interesting one. It's a good story to hear. We didn't do things right always from the start, but we've made up from it in the end. I'm going to talk about gathering insights from metrics and how important that is. Then I'm going to give you our adoption and engagement strategy, things that we used very powerfully to promote that growth curve. And we'll just end with a quick Q&A. So let's talk about our journey. We started Yammer in 2015. We rolled it out in stealth mode. Nobody really knew about it. There was no adoption campaign, no Yammer cupcakes, no posters, no anything. But what we did have is a very strong base of champions who really believed in the platform. And it got out word of mouth, and it started growing in the organization. So now you're probably thinking you've been to Yammer presentations like I have the past 2 days, and you're like, well, they didn't follow any best practices. Why would they have Karen up here speaking to you today? This is why. This is our growth curve, and it's pretty substantial. It's pretty much been all organic growth, with just 2 exceptions, which I'll talk about. But what you can see if you look really closely starting in mid-2016 is that's when we implemented our strategy. And that's where you see a huge uptick. The bottom 2 charts are really engagement metrics here. That's where you see a huge uptick. And that's how I know some of these strategies are obviously working. So let's talk a little bit about gathering insights from metrics. I think it's really important to really understand what your network is doing, where it's at, and come up with realistic goals for it to grow. I use a lot of these metrics to tailor our campaigns, our trainings, my mentoring with people. And I think it's also really important to do kind of like I do a year in review, where I go over all the metrics for the year. I have a nice little PowerPoint. I post it up on the all company feed so everyone can see it. I send it to leaders. I get it out there. You know, I know a lot of you are in IT, I am, or you're in a similar role. Part of your job is actually to be a marketer. You have to get the word out in Yammer so people can understand its strength and power. So I put out that report, and not only do I do that, but I use our all-company feed to highlight our top influencers, and that's the example that you see over there. You know, I say, these are the people you should be following. These are the people that have a plethora of knowledge to share with you. I also do it for our top groups. And not only do I post them out there so they can get accolades, I also CC all their managers on it. And I seem to time it when it comes up for their yearly reviews, so it's at top of mind as well. We use 2 different tools for metrics at KC. We use tyGraph. That gives me the broad network spectrum. A lot of our corporate communicators use that tool as well as community managers with very large groups. For do-it-yourself community managers, I really like Yammer Insights. I think that's great, even for users who are curious what's going on. It gives them just enough knowledge to keep them moving and really understand what their group is doing. So how do we stack up? If you're like me, I've always struggled with what's best practice for engagement. You know, I've heard stats thrown around like you want to try to hit 40%, but depending on algorithms and how you calculate engagement, they all can be a little different. So there was a blind benchmarking study that's done on a monthly basis, and I guess it's not so blind because you guys can see exactly where we're at. We're highlighted in yellow. We're a little bit higher on the adoption curve, a little bit lower in engagement. I'm kind of thinking we're somewhere in the middle. But these are very like companies to Kimberly-Clark. These are people who have invested in their Yammer network. They know how we're doing. And this is where I can kind of gauge where we're at. And I think that's okay, because I talked about at the beginning, we've really only grown with organic growth. So just imagine what we could get to if we do a true Work Out Loud campaign and get people to change their behaviors. I think we could get a huge uptick there. I also think you need to use metrics as kind of your insight to identify culture shift in your organization. The new scene metrics that are out in Yammer, I absolutely love. If you've ever worked on the internet with websites and things like that, you know this is standard with Adobe Analytics or Google Analytics or Web Trends or any of the big tools out there. People want to know what content's being read, what's really resonating with them. Now we have it in Yammer. I use this a lot with our leaders that are starting to post to know what campaigns, what messages are truly resonating with their employees. My ask for the Yammer team is that you expose this on the API so I can do a full report instead of just going bit by bit into each different post. But I think this is the right way, and this is a trend. You have to look at it, because if you know who your users are, and you can see in the next slide, your lurkers, if I know they're consuming information, that's okay, that's good. We have a very, very high percentage of lurkers at KC. And I know that's for a couple reasons, and I'll go over with that with you in a bit. But we're at about the 90% mark, but they're consuming, because I know they're reading things. And like I said, it's a journey, it's a baby steps. You kind of handhold them along the way, get somebody who's consuming to like, somebody to like to reply, from reply to post. It's kind of, and sometimes it takes hours, and sometimes it takes years. But you have to help them through that. And the lurker ratio is also your insight to culture shift. So I know if we do a working out campaign and I see that going down, that more people are getting the work out there and posting and sharing, that we've been successful. So let's talk a little bit about culture shift. This is key, and this is a great quote from Kevin Kelly. He's a futurist, a technologist, and he talks about kind of the vision for technology moving forward, but he really hit on the culture and how important that is. He says, humans crave novelty, but at the same time, our bodies and minds are resistant to it. Even though our minds are open and plastic enough to do it, to change, it requires energy, so there's a built-in resistance. He says a lot of this is going to cause like new change things, and we have to become techno literacy, where we're becoming perpetual newbies all the time and changing. So I don't know how many of you, but in my role, people always ask me, oh my gosh, why do I have to use this tool? It's another tool. I have too many tools. I don't want another one. And there's going to be also questions like, how many jobs do you have to have? And the answer is, you're going to have to always be constantly changing. This is the new world, and it's only going to accelerate. So we're going to roll out Teams in Q4. We have to get people on this change mechanism, or else they're going to be so far behind. So what I'm going to do is show you some techniques we've helped others to change. I'm not going to say we got everywhere, but this is where we're going. So these are some of the key things I'm going to talk about for driving engagement and adoption. And don't worry, all this stuff, I put it all on the slide, so you'll have the printouts. It's easy there. So let's talk about creating a self-service model. Many of you, if you're like us, have a very small team that supports Yammer. You can't do it all. So we have a Yammer group called Tips and Tricks, where we put all our key documents out there. When somebody comes to me for mentoring, I always point them in this direction. We let anyone sign up for a Yammer group. We have over 1,700. I heard in one of the conferences yesterday that wasn't a good number, that we need to call it back a little bit, so that's maybe on my to-do list now, but over half of them are public. And really, we just put a lot of training out there so people can not only learn the value and the benefits of Yammer, but also how to be a good community manager for your group, how to keep it vibrant. And with that, we have a specialized community manager group. This is where we put all our best practices, not only ours, but yours, things that we see out there. People get ideas. That's the best way for people to really see what's happening. We also put a lot of our trainings and everything out there too. So create a place where they can get everything and point them to it. Okay. Now I want to talk to you about campaigns. I said at the beginning, we've grown organically for the most part, but we have had 2 campaigns, one in Latin America and one in Australia and New Zealand. They both have been highly successful. I'm going to go over the one in Latin America. They had a problem. Their corporate comms teams realized that people were not reading their messages through traditional means, your newsletters, your internet, things like that wasn't happening. They also knew in Latin America, specifically in Brazil, they had a very high percentage of employees that were on social networks. Okay, so they thought Yammer might be an easy fit for them. Even though their employees prefer face-to-face, they saw Yammer as kind of this halfway point in between, email and face-to-face. So it was, they came up with Yammer being at the center of this kind of omni-channel ecosphere, and you can see how everything connects in there. And they've had great success. They've actually rolled it out country by country. Interesting enough, every country kind of had a different take on Yammer, so they kept tweaking the strategy as they went along. They also did some training with it. And I have seen from my perspective that when there is actual training involved, people adopt more readily. So as you can see here, they really targeted their team leaders, their power users, people in comms, and they did a training session. It wasn't on Yammer specifically. It was on a new way of communicating. That's how they phrased it. And I think that's important as well. We know it did really well, especially out in our mills. We have a lot of mills in Latin America who are mobile-enabled users. They had a goal of 50% in 3 months. They hit 90% in 1 month. And as an interesting side effect of the LAO rollout, Spanish dominates our company feed right now. In fact, I love the translate feature with Yammer because I have learned a lot about what's going on down there. So again, how do I know campaigns work? This is our leaderboard. Everything highlighted in yellow on our leaderboard is either Australia, New Zealand, or LAO. Okay? Our top 2 groups are from Australia and New Zealand. There are grocery and specialty, which I'll go over in a minute, and our, what was the other one? I can't see from here. Oh, our field sales team. Yeah, that's from New Zealand. They have double the amount, triple the amount of engagement as some of the other ones, and they have a really good story that I'm happy to share with you. But 17 out of the top 25 are in Latin America. So again, if you have a very focused rollout, this is the type of results that I think you can achieve. Okay. Another way you can do it is by cross-pollination. Put Yammer, links, whatever, on all the portals you have, the SharePoint sites, as many as you can get. The top example, and this is super easy to do, is our KC way of communicating. This is our corporate comms team portal that they use, and we just put a Yammer icon up there. They can click it. They can go right into that group. They're all set to go. On the right-hand side is our KC way of brand building. This is our group for all of our marketers at KC. We actually used an iframe to pull that in so they can interact directly on the site. We also dabbled with the APIs, although that puts a load on the page, so just keep that in mind if you plan to go that way. On the other side, we have our KC intranet. We've got Yammer prominently displayed in the middle. In fact, they kind of hid it when we first rolled it out, and then they redesigned it and they lifted it up because it was getting a lot of notice. And then down at the bottom, there's just a normal SharePoint online site that we have. It's so easy to pull in that web part now. This should be a best practice that you tell all groups that are rolling out a SharePoint site to put it on there. And not only this is just portals and sites, but you can do it in newsletters. It's so easy. You start with just, a paragraph, of an article that you want to highlight, put a read more, take them to the article in Yammer. Then it becomes social. Then they can like it. Then they can add comments to it. I mean, there's so many different ways to pull people in. They're all going to be comfortable in a certain platform, environment, tool. Take them from there and bring them in. We're doing things on Tableau and other things to pull Yammer in. So as much cross-pollination as you can do it. All right, now I'm going to talk to my favorite part. This is what I think hooks people on Yammer. This is best practice. If you can weave Yammer into their daily work, you're set, okay? All the top groups I'm going to go over today, our best practice groups, are the ones that are able to do that. But the problem is most people, especially when they're starting out with Yammer, just think it's all about social and networking and things like that. And that it's part of it, but that's not the full thing. So if you look at what Nicole says below, you know, it's just that she's not sure the value of Yammer. She sees it on the corporate intranet, she reads the daily digest, but she doesn't know how it's going to provide value to her job. The only way I can show this is by showing best practices. So we're going to go there. So you guys want to see a live demo? Or should you want the slides? I don't know. Let's see. Let's try the live demo. All right. Make sure this works. Of course, my computer's not up. Let's bring it up. All right. All right. This is our grocery and specialty group right here. This is our top group on Yammer. And it's out of Australia, this one. I think we've got, how many? We've got over 227 users on it right now. What they do is they actually post a lot of displays when they go out into the field and set things up. I have learned a lot about stacking toilet paper and Huggies and how to make them look really good. But they've got about 80 field sales reps that are posting out here. And we've got about 120 support staff that's on this Yammer group. And they're really chiming in, let's see, they chime in with just, you know, great job and things like that, really kind of keep the field staff up. It's amazing for engagement. You know, field staff, they're out there by themselves. They have this group community, and most of these are all coming in via mobile posts, via their iPad or their mobile device. So we've found that Yammer's been very successful with mobile-enabled type teams. The other thing that's super cool about this group is they've had a ton of related groups spin off, and you'll see that with your most popular groups, normally that's kind of the trend. But these different groups here, I love this, I'm stuck. I'm out in the field, I'm stuck, a barcode isn't scanning, this product has like a tear in it, you know, and the nice thing is they pick up on these posts immediately, all the support staff, and then they swarm and they crowdsource and they try to resolve these issues. The issue resolution time has gone down dramatically, not only for the I'm Stuck group, but the IT help group. Instead of going directly to the help desk, not only is it the help desk or the IT people that are helping, but also, you know, their fellow employees that run into the same problem, taking the load off of support. So that's really great. So this is really, you know, an amazing example of how they weave it into their daily work. This is what they do. It's all transparent, it's all visible, and everyone knows what's going on. So from here, I'm going to switch over to a private group. This is, let's bring up Pune Mill, okay? This group was one of ours from the beginning. And what they were looking to do is, it's a pretty boring group. They just post shift reports. That's all they do. But here, they had a big problem. They had a problem in the beginning where they sent it out via email. And inevitably, they were always giving workers saying, I didn't receive the email. Nor could they search on it and find past history, and that was a big problem. So they needed something that was mobile-enabled that all the different shift workers could get to and see the reports. And that's all it was used for the longest time. From then, they've actually started up a lot of related groups too, like Kaizen and Quality. I think there's a Quality, there we go, a Pune Quality team. You know, where they're really getting into more of the crux. So what you'll find out is when you start using Yammer in certain areas, then it really kind of explodes when they start seeing what other things they could do with it. So Pune Mill is a great best practice that I always try to put out there. It's very simple what they're using it for, but there's a lot of power behind it. Another area we've had a lot of, I would say, success in is with subject matter expertise. If you're rolling out Office 365 or any of the components, really think about spinning up groups for that. The one I'm going to highlight is our SharePoint community of practice right here. This is where people really post a lot of questions and get answers. They've got a lot of pinned areas to their homepage for migration and information. And this is key. So we went from a big migration from on-prem to online. I'm sure some of you guys did that as well. There were a lot of questions. So the SharePoint team at the time was like, how are we going to handle this? And we thought Yammer was the perfect platform for that. So they spun up this group. 1 million people were asking questions. It was a perfect place to really address it. But what has happened is a lot of the SharePoint champions that they have in the business are now answering all the questions, taking the load off of IT. And you'll find that when you get a highly successful group like this one, that it really lightens the load. And it's searchable, too. A lot of times people are just sending out a link. Go check out this post. You'll find the answer type of thing, especially if they get IM'd or anything. So these are some of the groups that, I was just going to talk through. And let me switch it back to the old one. There we go. And I've got notes on all these so you guys can get there. So now I want to talk about planting the seed. As you know, you will run into leaders, departments, teams that are resistant to Yammer, right? That happens all the time. So what you need to do is just start getting it in their top of mind and start thinking about it. The one I'm going to show you after this is a seed that took 2 years to grow. It was a long time in coming, but here are some of the things you can do to get it to grow. You can share metrics. So I have a great PowerPoint that I use all the time that's an overview of Yammer. It has some high-level metrics, and it has all our best practice examples, like the ones I kind of showed you today. I use that all the time with people when they're just kind of considering if they want to go and use Yammer for things like that. So have those type of materials. You have to offer to handhold them. Some people are a little scared. Some departments are a little scared. They just need a little help to get over the hurdle. So I help work with them on best practice. I have another pack, shows how to set up a Yammer network, what you need to do for an engagement plan, community management techniques. It really is a step-by-step instructions. And then I'll walk them through it. And like I said, I handhold them. I kind of monitor the group after it goes live. I say, this is working really well. Maybe you want to think about this. And, just give them kind of those pointers. And then you can also help them with specific strategies. The example I have here is one for our COO. He was thinking of having a Yammer presence. At that point, and this was a while back, we didn't have a lot of leadership on Yammer, so I asked them for some good examples, and they helped me out with this. So use that whenever possible, and then promote Yammer in any meetings. I mean, I'm on so many different cross-functional teams. I'm always like, oh, we should spin up a Yammer group for this, or did you consider, putting that message in this group? So again, put on your marketer hat. You have to get the word out there. So this is the seed I planted 2 years ago. We have Tom Falk is our CEO. He is going to go into retirement soon. Mike Zhu is his heir apparent. He's our president and COO right now. And Tom is an avid blogger, so that's not going to change. He's going to be a traditional blogger, and we're going to use the same technique we did always with him. But Mike likes little snippets and things like that. So I always thought Yammer was the perfect platform for him. So we came up with a strategy for him just to do some quick microblogs when he's out traveling and things like that. And I worked with corporate comms, and we set up the pilot group in August, so not that long ago. And it was just, the pilot group was just a handful of users, people that are close to him, just to kind of get comfortable with the platform, so you can do that for a little bit. What's interesting is that when people noticed that he had a group, they started joining. So it started getting bigger and bigger, which is great, which is what you want with Yammer, right? But then his corporate comms leader sent out a survey to everyone in the group, say, what do you like, what do you don't? And now they're going to kind of tweak it, and then they're going to come out with a full-blown adoption campaign for people to start following this group and join it. So it's been a labor of love that took a really, really long time, but if you keep on it, it will happen. Okay. Part of the problem is trying to build a culture of social leaders. I don't know why leadership is so resistant to social. I really don't, because you would think they get it. This is a platform where I can get my word out broader, just beyond my team, and really have huge influence in the organization. But they're just not there yet for some reason. You always will have your pockets of early adopters. Use them, you promote them. Quite frankly, I have done, leaders are very competitive. So sometimes I try to make it a little competitive. So they go, oh, did you see what they're doing? You know, did you see all the accolades they got, or all those employees that really love that post? Hey, whatever you need to do. But you have to start building this culture of social leaders, because if they don't migrate and do this, just like we need to change, our users need to change, they're going to be left behind. And there's a couple of key reasons to do this. One is that we're just moving to this era of unprecedented transparency. Oh my gosh, everything is out there. Look at what's on the web right now. You know everything that's going on, even the fake news, you know about that. You want to get that same transparency in the organization. It will really help your leaders drive their strategy, drive their goals, and get their message out. You also have your digital natives, obviously your millennials, et cetera. They're just going to adopt this more readily. One thing that we've had to kind of acknowledge is there's many tools out there. There's Shadow IT out there too. I think I talked about I put a question in one of the other conferences. We have an issue in Asia with WhatsApp. You know, I got to bring people back in to the fold. So we basically said very blatantly that Yammer is our internal collaboration tool, and this is what you need to be using. This is what's been approved by our security team. I also asked them to start following widely popular Yammer groups. It'll help them keep the pulse on the organization. It's the easiest way to find out what's going on. And it's a great way just to reach out and ask questions too, if they need clarity or they see an issue going on somewhere. And just get them to start liking and replying. That's all they have to do. You know, if they really want to take it to the next level, like my zoo, they can. But this is the easiest way. Just when an employee, I remember our CIO, Suja, she had just started, and I replied to one of her posts. And then she replied to me. I'm like, I had never met her. But she knows who I am, you know. She had something nice to say. I mean, it's such a huge uplifting moment for any employee. So if you can get your leaders to do that, wow, that's really a big spike in engagement. Another technique you might want to consider is persona-based adoption. This is something we're actually using for our digital workplace strategy, not just Yammer, but everything. At KC, we know anyone who's mobile reliant will usually be an early adopter. You saw all those best practices. 2 of the 3 are mobile-enabled groups. You've got your power users, your SharePoint, you know. Those are the people that you're always going to probably glom in easier, and they'll really understand the technology and usually be your big champions. Millennials, like we talked about that, but also focus on certain regions. For us, Israel, Asia, Latin America are normally first to the table when there's new technology out there. So see if there's anyone that you can pull in from one of those. And then finally, the people that just have a problem. You know, I always get people to come with me with collaboration issues because that's my expertise. And I'm like, well, did you think of Yammer? And here's how you can use it, you know? So, and the same for maybe Teams or any of the other tools that they're talking about at this conference. You know, pull them in, they have an issue, and then just start to get them to use it, you know? Handhold them along the way. The last technique is community management. And this one is so critical. We, unfortunately, do not have paid community managers. We have myself, James Preston, who's my colleague out in the UK, and corporate comms that really kind of handle the all-company feed. But the community managers of all the groups are the ones, you know, they're listed as admins. But they have the subject matter expertise. They really know that group. They know the content that's in there. So what I want to do is train them to become very effective in managing it. And one of the just misnomers is, you spin up a group and people will come, and we all know that's not true. You really have to have an engagement plan through those first couple months. When content is slim, you recruit users or people with subject matter expertise to just kind of populate it in there. Some of the other techniques I use are like just things on the web. If you have videos, pictures, you always get a greater click-through. So just use simple things like that. You want to share popular posts from other groups, as long as it's relevant. If it's not relevant and you're just kind of pushing a message, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you can curate content that you don't have to create, definitely do that. Along with that, we always post little snippets of tips and tricks in our Yammer group. Pull those in as well, because if you're starting a new group, you probably have people who are not very used to using Yammer. So that's a great way to get just those little trainings out there. Create a poll. It's a good way to get a pulse on what's going on with the group. Make it relevant. And don't put Batman versus Superman unless it's a fun group, or which cat picture do you like better. I'm really big on using Yammer for business purposes. I have no problem with it being used for social at all, but I think you get the value. You get the efficiency gain, you get the effectiveness gain, you get the productivity gain when you use it for business reasons. So that's what I always try to promote and when I talk to my colleagues at my organization. Let's see, throw out a question. I think this is a really good way, especially if you have a leader do it. How about, I'm having a problem, can you help me solve it? First of all, that leader is authentic. First of all, that leader is, second of all, the leader is real. They're acknowledging that there's a problem, he or she out there. And then you will just see a swarm of people coming around it and trying to help out. At KC, one of our core values is caring. I love it. That was one of the reasons I joined the organization. I see that on our network. People want to help each other. They want to solve problems. They want to give advice. They want to help people out. So if you can kind of build that nurturing environment too, that is super important. You can recruit bloggers. I'm going to give you an example from a past organization. I've been in this type of role for about 10 plus years now. We had a women's network group. We recruited a person right out of college to post, a young mother, someone who is at the height of their career in leadership, and a woman who is in the sunset of her career. So 4 bloggers. The amount of feedback we got from their quick blogs of what was going on with their life, and the people that could really resonate with them, it was something, I'm going through that same thing too, and this is how I got through it, or I've been through that, It was really good. It helped those, those communities pull together as well, and I thought that was fantastic. And then just remember, in the early days, you got to keep the content fresh. People go there and there's like nothing new, or it's very outdated. They're not going to come back. It takes work. So some groups are very natural and organic, and it'll happen very quickly. I don't know if any of you guys have an Excel tips group out there. Oh gosh, those are powerful groups. Everyone uses Excel, and everyone wants to share and answer questions there. But a lot of them take nurturing, especially if you're working for different, departments within your organization that are slow adapters. So you really have to put an engagement plan together for those first 3 months to kind of see it through. Okay, so I'm going to kind of summarize our journey. Again, being very transparent. There's things we're doing well. I know that we have a really good growth trajectory for adoption and engagement. We've got some fantastic best practice groups that I really love that embed Yammer into their everyday business life. We also have a really good cross-pollination plan for getting Yammer out in other places and pulling it in. And then the regional campaigns have been so highly successful. Really something you should think about doing. So what aren't we doing well? North America. North America is the bane of my existence right now. This is our mothership. This is where people walk down the hall and try to get answers from people and don't want to change their way of working. And we also have a very high percentage of baby boomers in North America too. So, and we've got silo issues there as well, where people don't talk across. I have been working and working and working. This is one of my things that I think I'll work on for the rest of my career at KC on. But there are things we're going to do about it. And we have an awareness campaign that we're working on right now. In fact, I'm going to use a lot of the content that I have today for the awareness campaign. So my big thing is with a small team that's managing Yammer, reuse, reuse, reuse. Take what you have, do it. A lot of the content that you're getting from these type of, at the conference, put it into practice. You don't have to start things from scratch. I've gotten so many key insights from many of you, so I thank you for that. Let's see, we're also going to need to build a work out loud culture. And I got this great graphic from Tanami Vora. This is based on John Stepper's book, the 5 elements of working out loud. This is what we need to get to. This is what we have in pockets. We have in pockets already. And when I see it working, it's just phenomenal. But we need to get to a place where we've got relationships and generosity and visible work and purposeful discovery and a growth mindset. And the groups that have had training around this, we had a great EMEA Europe leadership group that went through some specific Yammer training with an agency that specialized in that. You just saw them shot up to the top of the leaderboard. So again, if you put the focus behind it, you'll get the value out of it. And then we have to work on creating social leaders. If you talked to me last year, I would have been very upset about this. We just had a handful of leaders on Yammer, and it was just something I'm like, why are you not getting it? Fast forward to this year, I am so much more excited. We got our COO on it. We've got our president of the Americas doing AMAs, Ask Me Anythings. We've got leaders that are now really commenting and liking, and it takes a while. Again, you have to be an advocate. You have to market it. If it's not you, let your sponsor do it, but you have to get the word out there. And to do that, there we go, use metrics. Show them where you're at, show them how it's growing. I mean, no one can refute the fact that we've got over 20,000 users on Yammer. We've got a super high engagement within the organization, and it's continuing to grow. Create and deploy adoption and engagement strategies just like we did. So again, we had that slow organic growth, which was okay. But, if you're one that didn't do that full bang at the beginning, you can still get really good results. We did it. You just have to put some focus behind it, okay? Promote the Yammer platform and value wherever possible. I think people are sick of me talking about Yammer, but I'm going to keep doing it because I'm making progress. So whatever meeting you're in or something, if you see somebody says something, you're like, oh, they could use Yammer for that, bring it up. And walk the walk. So you can promote Yammer, forwards and backwards, and you're not going to really get there. But if you do it, so I use Yammer for every project I run, okay? I use Yammer for initiatives. Especially I love it for external groups. I don't know if you guys have used those. We have a big problem at KC being able to collaborate successfully externally with our agencies, our development partners, our vendors. I have spun up many external Yammer group that pulls everyone together and got some rave feedback on how it actually reduces the cycle time. They got responses right away. And this was with a global team, seriously. We had somebody in San Francisco, Australia, Europe, India, and then different places in the US. Again, it sped up the whole work cycle. We got that project out on time for that one. So the Yammer external groups are fantastic. Okay, and with that, any questions for me? All right, go ahead. You want to go up to the mic so people can hear you?
No, it works. Hi, I have one question regarding the translation function. I think you just mentioned it, but I wasn't sure. So is everybody using it in their own natural language? Or
yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well,
so we have a lot of Spanish. Let me see if I can bring that up. Yeah, our all company feed is really a good way to show that nowadays. But yes, they're posting in native language. I'm sorry, I can't get it up now. They're posting in native language, and then people are using Translate. The only problem is some people don't know the Translate link is there, so that's where training comes into play. And if you can get that little snippet, did you know there's a Translate button, out on the all company feed, they'll adapt a lot easier. Other questions? Sure.
When you started with Yammer, did you consider other products? And if you did, what was the reason why you selected the Yammer?
Okay, so it was actually rolled out before I came with the company. I joined in about 2016. And quite frankly, I got questions from leadership, is this the right platform? Multiple times. And I'm a firm believer in the Microsoft ecosystem on how everything talks together. I think, collaboration tools, ESNs, they all have the same basic functionality. I've worked for a lot of large global organizations. I've worked with many different ESNs too, quite frankly. They all have a lot of the same functionality. The UI is a little different. Some have some features that are better or worse. But what differentiates Yammer is that it's connected to this big ecosystem and it talks to everything too. And I think that is the value that Microsoft has over anybody right now, quite frankly, in this space.
You mentioned that you're going with Teams, you're launching
Yes.
Teams soon. How do you see the integration between Teams and Yammer? Because a lot of the functions are very similar. You said you set something up for a project each
Yep.
time. How do you see that going in the future?
So this is really interesting. And I was talking to a gentleman from State Farm about this a little bit earlier too. I think you have to be really clear about your message when you roll out Teams. I know a lot of people are going to get confused at Kimberly-Clark. So I'm going to specifically recommend that they use it for projects or small teams, okay? And keep it at that. That's where I actually think you get the value of Office 365 Teams. It's the smaller groups, the churn. Could you use Yammer for it? Yes, you could. But I think Teams is a better way using those channels to really manage these projects in small teams. Yammer is much better at a department level, at an area of subject matter expertise, anything where you need to break down silos. For example, in our R&E area, we've got a lot of people using adhesives, whether it's for Huggies or Depends or, it's really crossing many different brands. I want to bring all those engineers that are working on adhesives together so they can talk about it in one place. That's not going to happen in Teams. They're all going to keep on their little silos and work together, but it will happen in Yammer. So, and you can even come up with a metric, if the group is over X amount of users, you really should think about using Yammer instead. I'm responsible for adoption. I've been attending a lot of the Teams conferences from best practices, and I think I'm just going to be very clear when we roll it out that this is really the best practice to use it for. Good question. Go ahead.
Was really thrilled to see you reference working out loud, and really want to give a strong plug for using that working out loud approach to helping grow your Yammer networks. We found that not only was it great to help people get to that mindset of where they could share the work, but we also did the work of working out loud in our Yammer network. So it helped them to learn the platform while developing these new mindsets. Mm-hmm. And it was, so would really encourage you to move forward with that, because it provided a lot of success for us, and I think that could speak to lots of organizations.
Which is exactly where we want to go.
How are you guys policing Yammer, and if there is an incident, what's your process for dealing with that?
Okay, that's a really good question. Obviously, you've kind of seen that we let anybody spin up Yammer groups. We're pretty free in that respect. But here's the deal. I've been in this space for a long time. The amount of incidents I've actually seen at 3 large global companies. I want to say it's 3, maybe 2. It's not many. It happens rarely because here's the deal. Individuals, when they're posting on Yammer, they know everyone can see it. It's kind of like you posting on Twitter. You're like, oh my God, the world can see what I'm saying, you know. So you're careful about what you say. The times where it has happened, the technique we use is we have the community manager of the group reach out to the individual via phone, via face-to-face, okay, offline, and explain maybe, you know, this was not the intention of, or the right place to put the post, or maybe the wording wasn't, you know, what we really want people to see, and ask them very respectfully to take it down. And that usually happens within minutes, you know. It's not like the world is ending. They say something inflammatory, they say something derogatory, that's affecting their reputation as an employee, okay? They're gonna have consequences from that. So people are very careful, from what I've seen, not to really go that route. So if you use that, and we've used that very successfully, I've used that in multiple companies too.
So I assume you're at a corporate office.
I am.
So what type of user do you usually deal with at the meals? Is it a PR person? Is it an IT leader? Is it just somebody in a leadership role? How do you get something off the ground at the mill levels?
Okay, at the mill, ground up, which is probably not the response that you thought I'd say. It's people looking for a solution. It's usually a manager, and you're just saying, there's got to be a better way to do this. And they kind of start it up, and then I help them. Again, I have always struggled with, at a leadership level, getting them to embrace it. But when it happens bottom up, by the time it's successful, then leaders start getting it. So the best way, again, to roll things out, manufacturing, mills, things like that, is showing them best practice examples. The field sales team is the other one. I'm shopping it around as I work with different teams. I shop around that idea, hey, this is being super successfully used in Australia. This mill is using it in India. You should view this as a best practice, you know, and try it. Any other questions? Are we out of time? Are we good? We saw a question. Okay, go ahead.
Do you moderate the all-company group? Can anybody post there? And
anyone can post there.
Do you use the announcement feature in the all-company group to notify people about
system upgrades? That's it. And we do that purposely. You know, we've got our lead from corporate comms who really does a lot of postings on the all-company feed. That's the proper place for it. We have dissuaded people from using announcements. In fact, I don't even think they have permissions. I have permissions, but they don't, to use it. We just use it for Yammer upgrades so people know about it, because if you think about the message, it has to be absolutely relevant to everyone in the Yammer network for it to go out. And an announcement will also push out an email, which is something we're trying to avoid. So we use that sparingly. With that said, within groups, I see announcements being used more, and that's because the formatting features are with announcements right now. When they move to posts, I think that will die down a bit again, but that's kind of the big, I think, plus for using announcements. All right, last one. Are we good?
Last one. Okay.
Yeah.
You talked about the mobile workers.
Yes.
How do you get them to manage their email notifications and manage their feed, which they can't do off the mobile app?
I'm sorry, manage the feed?
Yeah, move their feed around from discovery to all, or...
They've never brought it up as a problem. Most of them have the group that they're in kind of like bookmarked, and that's where they always go.
Okay, and the email notifications, has that been a problem for them, the default settings, which they can't change?
Not that I've heard of.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so. All right, well, thank you all for being a great audience. Please, thank you. Please take this survey. I know it's a pain, but I would appreciate if you do it. Thank you.